Hello dear students, welcome to another important topic, that is physiology of swallowing. Many a times it comes as a short note in your exams, but a few times it can also be clubbed along with long questions such as causes of dysphagia or many other disorders of esophagus and pharynx. So let's understand this briefly. The swallowing has been divided into three stages: oral stage, pharyngeal stage and esophageal stage. Now coming towards the oral stage, it is a voluntary phase where we take the food particle into our oral cavity. By the churning movement, it gets converted into bolus. So that bolus gets transferred from mouth to pharynx. Now we will see how it gets transferred. Basically, when the bolus is formed, it gets projected towards the back of tongue. Tongue gets elevated and it is pressed against the hard palate surface and it moves slightly backwards. By this, a channel gets created so that the food particle propels towards the oropharynx and it can't back to the oral cavity or mouth again. Soft palate also gets elevated and the bolus is propelled into the pharynx. So that summarizes about the oral stage. Now coming to the pharyngeal stage. Coming to the pharyngeal phase, basically it is an involuntary phase. In this, bolus of food gets pushed from pharynx to esophagus. Basically, the motor impulses gets generated from the 5th, 7th, 9th, 10th and 12th cranial nerves, and these impulses sent towards the swallowing center that is situated in medulla. Okay, so by the coordinated movements, the food bolus enters into the esophagus. It is facilitated by three actions. First is closure of other three openings, that is oral cavity, nasopharynx and larynx, so that food can't go back towards any of these openings. Also, relaxation of upper esophageal sphincter and elevation of glottis, which makes larynx away from food passage. So these all events happen in pharyngeal phase. Now coming towards the esophageal phase. Now coming to the esophageal stage, it is again involuntary just like pharyngeal phase. There are certain important movements that push the food bolus towards the stomach. First is primary peristalsis. It is the contractions that gets generated and propel the food bolus downwards towards the stomach. And here it is basically the generation of positive pressure will take place and the bolus gets propelled into the stomach. Next is secondary peristalsis. In this, the peristaltic waves arise locally in the esophagus, and because of the distension of esophagus due to presence of food bolus. So whenever the food bolus is present there, certain peristaltic waves gets generated inside the esophagus that will propel the food into the stomach. That is secondary peristalsis. So that was all about the esophageal stage. These are the three important stages: oral, pharyngeal and esophageal stage. This is a very important topic, that is physiology of deglutition or physiology of swallowing. Please go through this topic before your exams, revise it quickly and follow this channel for more such contents. Thank you.